And we're live for Mayor's Update.
Yes, and we're sorry we're late.
Yes.
One of us was late getting here this evening.
It was my fault 100% this time.
I had council tonight. I got everybody to hurry so we could finish on time to do Mayor's Update, and then we had a good gap. But we've got great guests.
Yes, we
right?
do.
And that's going to make a huge difference. Jan and Stephanie from Salvation Army are with us today, and it's that time of year, so we wanted to tell you, look, I don't think there's a real time of year for Salvation Army, but the kettle program happens this time of year. But I know the great work you do in our community year round. So let's talk a little bit about the kettle program. I brought my bell. Stephanie gave me that last year. So nobody gets bells at kettles anymore. It used to be you could really.
Yeah.
Right? I will bring my bell when it's turn.
Right?
So let's talk about the kettle program first, and then we'll talk more in general about Salvation Army. So Stephanie, tell us about the kettle program. Do we have a goal for this year? And if someone wanted to help, what would they do?
Absolutely. So we're going to do our kettle kickoff on Friday. So
Yes.
that's the official open of our kettle season.
That's where we kick the kettle? No, it's not. We don't kick it. No.
Official open of our kettle season at noon at our thrift store, which is at 105 Edward Street.
Edward, yeah.
Yeah. It'll be
And that's the start.
Yes.
But I know you, not you, but you personally, struggled the whole year, the whole rest of this season to find people to volunteer to work the kettles.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So if someone out there saying, geez, I always wanted to do that, how do I do it?
Super easy. Give me a call anytime during the week, Monday to Friday. Our phone number is 519-631-6202.
Okay.
And
And we'll make sure we post that up.
Extension 4, and either myself or I have a kettle assistant that's helping me throughout the Christmas season.
You've worked up to a kettle assistant.
Yeah.
How does one get to
We
be
think
a
a
kettle
lot
assistant?
of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so we could book you in, but I'm sure we can post underneath. There's we have a flyer with a QR code. You can scan that. We have a neat little system called Volunteer Scheduler Pro, so you can go on and pick your shifts that you want and schedule
Wow,
everything
and even your
online.
location and your shift? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pick a
I guess the mayor should do that so that he's, right?
Yeah. Lead by example. I think that's what they say.
We have hundreds of hours to fill.
Yeah.
So
Oh, no, and some prime locations and some great places to be over the season. Can I have a day that's about 70 degrees? And
we'll fly
is
to
that on
Florida
the
to do
check-in
kettle.
box somehow?
Yeah.
Mayor will work when it's warm.
Mandatory warm.
Yeah.
And I think we're in 9 locations.
Yeah, there's 9.
Yes.
Wow.
Well,
Eight.
8 because we have 2 kettle locations at Walmart.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
one on each entrance, but 9 kettles in general.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So sign up, folks. Get this done. Right? You have a goal each year as to what you want the kettle program to bring in, and it is kind of based on the great things you can do if you meet that goal. So
Absolutely.
share us.
Well, ambitious goal this year. We are attempting to raise $225,000.
Wow.
Should be easy in St. Thomas with the growth we've seen here and the exciting economic news going on. Great.
Well, last year our goal was 180, and we reached 200. So
Yeah.
we figured we'd go.
So,
above.
like everybody, let's stretch it
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
Right? Yeah.
See if we
might
can
as
do
well.
it.
So we're out there till 3 a.m. ringing.
And the more money we raise, obviously, the more we can do in the community.
Absolutely.
And that's always what we're trying to do. And we do this all year round. Our money has to stretch for the whole year.
Well, and I know some of the great things you do, like some of the food programs and the disaster relief type things you're involved in. I saw the truck at one of our fighting events not that long ago.
Yeah, we were there.
And then all the neat things like Friday night movies
Movie
night, and all the other ways we help support kids and families in our community. I shouldn't say kids, children and families in our community. The Salvation Army there's a concert coming up too. A concert?
Well, we'll be at the Old St. Thomas Church. Our band will be there. If that's what you're talking about?
No, that'll work fine because I love that place too.
I don't know of any
Our
other
band
concert.
goes there. I know we're hosting the Acapella Connection.
Yeah, I don't think that's what you're
Great. Nope.
Yep.
Okay.
But we're 141 years this year. We did
141 years, and you don't look it.
I know, it's great. Not a day over 140.
We continue to appreciate what the Salvation Army and not only what you do individually, but how well we work together with other community groups here in St. Thomas. Christmas is always a time of year where we wish we could all do a little bit more. And with the Kettle program out there, we get that that's how it can work. That we can make life a little more jolly for some people who might not be having a jolly time at this time of year.
Yeah. And it's nostalgic. The kettles are nostalgic
Yes.
for people to see in the stores. It almost makes them feel like Christmas time's coming.
Yes,
The Salvation Army's out there. Christmas
Yeah.
is coming soon. Right?
I like it.
Yeah.
I do.
And you were just at a Remembrance Day yesterday as well.
Yes.
Mhm.
We all were at Remembrance
Yeah,
Day
we're all
yesterday. What a glorious ceremony we ended up having,
Incredible.
considering we worried about weather.
Mhm.
And the day before, you and I were both out in Southwold, and we had to hold the event indoors because it was raining. So
Oh,
it was
wow.
great to
Oh,
be
yeah.
to see that large of a crowd out on Moore Street on the town square yesterday. What a
One of the largest crowds ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
It was-
and it was kind of threatening all day.
A little scary for
Well, the insurance policy, we all brought our umbrellas,
Yeah.
and when you bring it,
Yeah.
it'll never rain. It's when you forgot it at home, you're going to get drenched.
Yeah.
Right? So yes, so working the kettle, I'll make sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all inside.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
we spoil
used
you
to
now.
stand
You have
out
to
on
stand
the
outside.
cold.
Now, if you want
No.
something a little cooler, Briarwood's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
if you want to go to
It's right by the
Briarwood,
door.
we started that location last year, and they were wonderful too.
Well, and before we went on air, we were talking about I used to do the outside at the drive-through
Yeah.
at Wendy's
Yeah.
and catch that crowd as they were going. And Stephanie would sing, not just Stephanie, my Stephanie would sing, and we had a great time. But we think we're looking for a busier spot this year to see how much more the mayor can entice into a kettle. So,
That sounds good.
is your competition it's unsaid competition? My kettle did better than your kettle.
Oh,
we can
absolutely.
do
I mean,
that.
I can if you let me know when. Well, I know when your shift is. So I
Right?
can
you-
schedule.
yeah.
but
well, wait.
I'll,
the kettle assistant might
I'll
know.
let
No,
you know.
Yeah, that's true. She does pass it off to the assistant.
Right? And I'm not certain if we shouldn't do mayor's update running a kettle.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that we could just
Yeah.
tell people they have to come down now,
Kettle
or we're
on the
not
street.
answering your question.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, we are on air and we're a little
We
late
are.
tonight. But if you have a question for us, please get it in, because then we'll decide whether we're answering it or not. It's kind of how we work anymore. Right? Perfect. What else you need to tell me about the kettle program and what some of the funds also do year round with the Salvation Army?
So Stephanie takes and her volunteers, many volunteers that she has, she takes the emergency disaster truck on Moore Street every Monday night.
Yep.
And she serves anywhere from 180 to 200 meals out there. And,
207 last night.
yeah.
Wow.
And so it goes well. This year she did again the school supplies and backpacks.
Oh, yes.
Winter coats. We have we help with groceries. Gift cards for clients that need to come in and for support. You just started the senior meal program on Wednesdays.
Yeah. So because of the contributions we got through the kettle last year, we were able to open 2 new programs this year. So we have the movie night program,
Right.
and it ran longer than we anticipated. We were just going to run in the summer, so May, June, July.
Yep.
We also ran August, September, October, but we've taken a break now because of the kettles. I'm doing that obviously, and then we'll start back up in the spring with that. And then we also have a bistro that runs once a month. It's a free meal out of the church. We do soup and sandwiches, and then in the summer we'll probably do salads and sandwiches.
Well, the next one is next Wednesday at noon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At noon.
Whoa.
Bistro,
Third
yeah.
Wednesday of the month.
Hey, we can go for lunch.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Do we have to be seniors? 'Cause
No,
grade
it
No,
doesn't have
it's
to be
for
seniors. It's for anybody. I said
Okay.
seniors.
Anybody?
Our seniors one is this coming Thursday
As
that
well,
we do,
yeah.
but it's $10
Okay.
plus. Yeah.
All right.
We also sent 30 children to camp this year, which it's not
Wow.
close to us. So
That's
it's
incredible. Did we get them back?
No.
No.
I went and picked them up.
She would have picked them up. No, but we bus them in a coach
Yes.
up to Jackson's Point in Sutton
And
area, and then they go from there. The older children go up to Huntsville
Right.
into a camp up there from
Wow.
Jackson. So we
Well, there's
30
nothing
children.
like summer camp for
Oh,
kids
amazing,
either.
yeah.
It's a great, first of all, as a respite for parents
Yeah, exactly.
in a
You're
lot of
right.
cases,
You're right.
but also in what you learn.
Oh,
You learn your own independence at a camp.
exactly. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that's
Well, that's some of the
stuff we
great
do.
things
Yeah.
that the kettle program does for
Yeah.
us then.
Mhm.
Perfect. our community is so rich with the people we have.
It is absolutely
helping us.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a lot of viewers on tonight, but no questions have come in yet. So we'll just keep rolling. We've got
It's
a lot
late.
of stuff.
Their fingers are tired. They won't type. But tell us some of the other stuff. We've got the benefit concert in support of hospice.
Yes, there were 2 phenomenal performances.
It's
One
coming
by
up.
Joe Crookson. Yep, it'll be on November 22nd. So you get your tickets because it's going to sell out.
Mhm.
And it's at the Masonic Lodge or Masonic Center on Fruit Ridge Line. So it's Joe Crookson. He's from Ithaca, New York.
Right.
And also the Pairs.
We've
who
had
are-
the Pairs at an event in town
Many
before.
times.
You and I? Yep.
Yep. They played at the Railway Museum. They played at the Arts Center.
Yep.
They played at, I believe, Wildflower, all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. So that is on November 22nd. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. And there's also a silent auction art show by
Ah.
local artists. I've been asked to donate some.
I don't know who this art fellow is, but we'll certainly.
But there are a lot of great artists who have donated their work, so you can get it for a great price and support a great cause.
Great.
Yeah.
Hey, what's happening Friday night?
This Friday night?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you.
I'm sure you will.
We have this incredible event called Light Up Talbot, which
Yes.
is hosted by the Downtown Development Board.
Yes.
Which, if you haven't heard of it, it's this fantastic organization that's run out of City Hall.
Yeah.
I happen to be a part of it. So, you know, I might be slightly
I
biased.
happen to
But
come in on too.
yeah, Light Up Talbot was it was this idea that was brought forward to the board by Suzanne Ferris, who's one of
Yeah.
our board members,
Yeah.
along with a group of other merchants.
Mhm.
And what they're doing is they've created this whole event where merchants light up their displays in
Right.
their stores for the night. We combined it with the tree lighting,
Right.
where Santa arrives on a fire truck. He like screams in on a fire truck, drops and rolls right over the Christmas tree,
Okay.
and then at
We
6
slow
o'clock,
down enough for Santa to step
barely,
off the
they
front.
barely. It's a part of the fun. Just don't get hit by Santa. That's our
As
one
you-
thing. We don't want the kids
Well-
to get hit by Santa as he jumps off the truck. Other than that, it's really safe.
And we've got cookies and hot chocolate,
Free,
and
courtesy of
carols
City
and
Hall,
a lot
the
of
Downtown
things from the
Development
City
Board.
Hall. And then City Hall also will be one of the stations as part of Light Up Talbot.
Yeah.
Horse-drawn wagons up and down Talbot Street, so
Free.
you go from one to the other, free. Get on a.
Thanks to sponsors.
Mhm.
All right. Well, it's
Yeah.
what we do.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm sponsoring that one.
I think you're
should be
sponsoring that
careful.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then each of these warming stations have some entertainment.
Mhm.
We'll be singing and there'll be some more food bites and stuff. And
The
from
chamber has
Hepburn,
one.
yep, from Hepburn Parkette through City Hall,
Mm-hmm.
through the other parkettes in the downtown,
Yep.
and
Pop-up dances.
right horse-drawn wagons to get you to from one to the other.
Yeah, I hear there's gonna be a dancing Santa as well.
Wow,
I know.
incredible!
That's just a rumor though.
Well, okay.
There's it's just a rumor
Right.
that there might be a dancing Santa. I'm very excited to see if it happens.
So that's happening on Friday night.
Friday night.
And
Starts
so
at
we're
5,
up a little
goes to 9.
late till 9 o'clock.
Yep.
That's 7 to 9.
Very
right up
late for
top.
me.
But then we have to get up early the next morning.
Yes.
Why do we have to?
I don't know. Why do we have to get
It's
up?
Christmas market.
Whoa!
At the Horton Market.
The best market of the season.
It is. It is. It is.
So
the,
excited.
if you haven't started your shopping, shame on you. But Christmas market Saturday morning
Yeah.
is your time.
You've got all.
Now I find I can go buy treats, and some of them
Uh-huh.
don't make it home,
Mhm.
and others are gifts for later.
Exactly.
So it works.
Just buy some extra.
Butter tarts? What butter tarts? I didn't buy any butter
There's
tarts.
no butter tarts.
I didn't.
You did when you ate them on
I
the way
did,
home. I think
exactly.
that's how it works, isn't it?
That's
That's how it works for me. I'm just speaking from
It's called
experience.
shopping sustenance.
yes.
Yeah,
no, I
you gotta-
wouldn't have made it through the market if I didn't actually help myself.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Ah, look, people are talking to us.
Yeah. So Beth Douglas is saying, any idea when the Kane Street construction will be done and the road opened up again?
Yes. Oh, you want me to tell you? Yeah, I think we put first coat of pavement on. I think
Yeah.
we're now getting very close. We did not want to get to December on this project, so I think we're going to be there.
I drove through it on the way here.
Right.
So it's road closed, but I tell you what, you can drive on it.
would you not do
That
that?
was out loud.
You're supposed to do that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, but I was in a rush. I was running
But
behind.
we're that close.
But I,
Wait
yeah.
for
are
Mayor's
that
update.
Yeah.
It's the last of the big construction projects. I know that right now the 3 roundabouts up at Centennial and
Yeah.
Highway 3 are closed yesterday, today, and tomorrow while we put the big signs up over top, the overhead signs.
Mhm.
They're all done. What a beautiful place that is.
Yeah.
We've got to put the signs up so you know where you're turning.
I know. It's like I filmed it with Mike for the Beehive, and it was really great because you get all these amazing angles with all these signs
Oh, yeah,
not
you guys-
in the way.
You guys went around and around. What were you
Like-
right?
Mike was determined to find out how many times you're supposed to go around a roundabout. Anyway, the police didn't stop us, so eventually we just gave up and
Right.
drove off
Right.
on Highway 3.
How much is too much? Right.
Well, that was enough for me. I'll tell you that. But it was great, so smooth.
Now, starting next week's Mayor's Update,
Yes.
we'll start giving you a far more up-to-date list on bazaars,
Hope you're ready for
on
that.
different other events.
Yeah.
So we've started, and we got to get through to Light Up Talbot
Mhm.
and the Christmas market. And then the following Saturday is the Optimus Santa Claus Parade.
Yeah, one of
And
the
so-
greatest events in St.
But
Thomas.
we'll then start sharing with you all of the different church bazaars and where to go for baked goods.
Mhm.
I should also shopping.
Yeah, I mean, you need to know
Right.
sustenance. You got to get through the day.
Right.
This bazaar, that bazaar. You
If
just
you
map
do-
it out.
If you do enough bazaars, you don't have to bake.
Yeah. It's
Right?
very true.
I mean,
Very
well, look
true.
at all the cookies we have. I can give these away. Yeah, that's the thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, great.
The
What
generous
cookies did
thought.
you- Yeah.
Oh, hey. Well, when the Girl Guides cookies come out, you always share with everybody.
we
which
do
is
buy and
absolutely
share.
incredible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anne Montgomery's saying that sounds exhilarating, great in reference to Light Up Talbot, and it
Right.
is.
It is.
Now, he seems to think that I'm going to be the dancing Santa, and I did Dancing with the Stars, but that was about as far as my dancing
that was
career
last year.
goes.
We
So
both did
I wouldn't.
dancing.
Yeah.
I chair dance better than most.
Yeah.
And I just judged Seniors Got Talent last week.
How did that go?
Oh, it's great. Boy, there's some seniors that got talent. But I found my chair dancing ability to be pretty good as a judge. So,
Yeah.
it was
Very
really
nice.
quite good.
You were showing them up, eh?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, if you can't do better than this, well.
Well, yes, you can.
It's council. You just had council today.
What's
What's happening?
It
in
was
the
actually
city
a
of St.
very
Thomas?
quick meeting
Yeah.
because I said, we've got to be done in time to get mayor's update on at 6:30. So be careful, councillors. We've got to go. Yeah. We went but to really, honestly, from a real meat and potatoes stuff, Graydon, there wasn't too much this week.
No?
We talked a lot about.
Can we talk about that? No, just
Yeah. No, that's
Highly confident.
Yeah, here we approved. We had the Integris company. That's our utility.
Yes.
Our electric utility gave us their annual report this year, so we have.
What did it say?
Well, that they're electrifying.
Wow.
It's incredible.
All the information out of there.
It
is
was
very
shocking
exciting.
how much good information was in that report. And then we voted on saying they could stay in business another year. So
Well, that's
that
nice
was
of you.
good, right? Yeah.
Did they applaud? Were they thankful?
They're very good. Yeah. The lights stayed on after we were done, so obviously they liked it. They
Yeah, it
worked.
didn't go like.
We established the emergency alternative for council. So if the mayor can't be there, who gets to be the mayor?
Ooh,
There was a calendar for next year as to who gets to be there.
Who is it?
Oh, it's one. It goes alphabetical, and it's
In
one
In the
of
city? Anyone in the city?
Nobody
Yeah.
wants me to do that.
And what else did we passed? Heritage alteration permits. Catfish Creek and Kettle Creek both sent us their kind of reports this year and where they're headed. And that's pretty much all we did. I talked about Light Up Talbot, and we talked about the Christmas market. So
Yeah.
very good week.
Very exciting.
After a really full agenda last Monday,
Mhm.
right? And the fact that this one was falling on a Tuesday, we
Yeah.
thought, I don't know how we're going to do it, but it ended up being a really light agenda. Things are going smoothly in our community, and they will continue to be so. And with all the questions we're getting tonight,
Yeah.
it must be going very smoothly in our community because I'm not getting any of the hard questions. Last week and the week before, we ended up staying on extra
Yeah.
to answer everybody's questions.
We didn't even make it through. We have a list of questions to get back
Yeah.
into. But one of the things, like even driving in this evening, it's like looking at all the beautiful buildings, the amazing roads we have now.
Oh.
I came in on the Dalewood Bridge. Remember
Yeah.
when that opened and we all walked
Remember?
across
Yeah.
the bridge?
Yeah, what
It
a
was
great
just-
and even the old Bailey Bridge there.
Yeah.
Remember that used to be the way you kind of came in from
Right.
from London coming into. Yeah, it's just a beautiful place, and all of the work we're doing out around Yarmouth Yards, the new industrial site,
Mhm.
and all the work we're doing on that site. You do
Yeah.
a lot of beehives, so you know what we're doing there. But
Yeah.
I'm glad we had this year to really get ahead on some really big construction projects that will really help us not have to worry about it as we build the jobs of the future here in St. Thomas.
Yes, and the Beehive episode this week is really exciting because you get to see the triple corridor that's getting put in.
Yeah.
So you've got the hydro that's coming down from London. You've got Battery Boulevard, which is going north and south. And then just to the west of that, you have the rail shunting yard, which the rail spur connects into so that all the factories that, well, particularly PowerCo, but the other ones will tie
Can we
into.
really see that without talking about Electric Avenue?
Which
It's
is
one of the streets.
just to the west of that, which
Yeah,
is also
Electric Avenue.
Yeah,
Music playing.
it
all
is
the
the
time.
best.
It's
name.
it. We could jive our way down Electric Avenue.
And on the other side of PowerCo, Electric Avenue is getting finished up.
Yes.
So they're
And so,
starting that process.
look, and we're kind of thankful we're getting this far ahead of
Yeah.
ourselves. It's unique in a community that we know we have to plan for something that's going to happen in the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. To be able in the first year to accomplish so much of the city assets that have to happen. So, we're about to head into budgeting here at the city of St. Thomas.
I love budgeting.
Oh, yes, and so do I. But it's where we pick what the big projects will be next year.
Mhm.
And, I think it was on here, but we've also had it other places. Can we do no construction just for a year?
Yeah,
Right.
we did have that one last week. Yeah.
Right. Well, and if you lived in this area, Kane Street or 3rd Ave, or even on the Highbury corridor, yeah, there's been some big construction projects this year. The one thing we've tried to do, and I know we talked about it last week on here too, is have one big north-south construction project and one big east-west and don't mix them up and don't make it so you can't get around them. Because I'm the mayor, and I still can't figure out where am I supposed to go now. I go to London, and it's worse. But don't say Mayor Josh. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mention. Yeah. It's like a contest. Okay, what street is open today?
Well, that's exactly. I was on my way. I had to pick up the fellow who was helping me, Robert, today. So I had to pick up in London, and I'm trying to get to his house, and I'm like, I can't turn where I need to turn because it closed. But it's not updated on Google. No, so I had to,
we're trying to
make my way through this maze of construction, which is not anywhere near the level of craziness.
Well, because you're not going very fast. You're in a. I can't go.
Where am
I supposed to go now?
Yeah.
No,
No,
we in St. Thomas haven't done that, other than the large construction project on Talbot Street, which absolutely shut it down and people didn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Right. But most of the others, there's a fairly quick way around, and so we do make it work.
But yeah, if you don't want to be late for mayor's update, you might take paths you shouldn't have taken. So I did do that today.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I was here, so.
Yeah, no, everyone was here waiting for me.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate the generosity of your spirit
No, it's exactly it's what
to
we
be able
do.
to share the message. And but yeah, big goal.
Another angel just got his wings.
$250,000.
Yeah.
225. Don't go.
Oh,
My
Oh no,
goodness.
it's 250.
No,
No.
let's say 225.
225.
No.
Oh, it's like
We can
That's very
aspire.
well.
No problem, right?
No problem.
Wait,
Okay, you said that
we'll
now.
need another kettle assistant.
Another
If,
pedal.
if we can get to 250, we will.
We'll
We'll
there's
bring you
some
on board.
other great things
Yeah,
we
yeah.
will do in
All
our
right, well,
community.
We'll
We
do
will
what we
do
can to get
even
the word
more.
out from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll send you updates
Well,
every Tuesday.
You've been
Perfect.
such good, pleasant guests tonight.
Yeah.
There was no arguments. Nobody
No,
nobody
there was
made
no
fun
fights
of
broke
I
it.
didn't,
out.
even, I didn't even yell at you yet.
Yeah.
No, I've got
Very nice.
I'm kind of
It's very nice. Yeah,
absolutely. This is fun.
this
We
is
should-
really nice. Yeah, I'm back. I think we're back. Will you guys come
And
back?
I didn't have to talk for half an hour.
No,
I really got a chance to actually ask questions and tell about the great things we do.
Yeah.
Pies and purses already happened.
Ours did, and we do ours in the spring, but
Right.
there is one
There's
coming
another
up.
one, yeah. I
Who is
forget
doing
who's
that?
Somebody's doing one.
Somebody's
We'll look
doing
it up
one.
and we'll make sure we
There-
talk about it
yeah,
next
There is
week.
one doing one
Right.
this
Because-
week, I think,
Because there's nothing like taking home a pie from an event.
and a purse.
In a purse.
Yeah.
Just to put your pie in.
I'm in it
Right.
for the purses. He's in it for the pie.
Yeah,
That works.
And,
All the stuff in
and
it
I
is
just
good.
want a
Yeah.
small bite of that pie on the way home.
Just a small one.
And then you come out the next day and your
Some
steering
people
wheel's
eat
all
the pies
shiny
while they're
and-
sitting there. The person
Really?
pie. Oh yes.
Yeah.
They just open the pies and eat them.
Wow. Now, do some people buy them and donate them back?
No,
No,
no.
I've
never
Wow,
seen somebody
I've
do
never
that.
seen
Well, because that happens out. I think the
Southall.
rhubarb one. It's
Yeah,
in different
okay.
places where I'll pay $50 for that pie and I'll donate it back.
No, I want to eat that.
Well, no, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're crazy.
Apparently,
Okay.
Can
might
you
be-
donate it to my table?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, someone did that and they realized they were supposed to donate it back and they're very put out.
Oh, I never thought. I didn't know there's some tradition where that's
Oh,
the
okay.
case.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'll have to be careful.
We don't run ours like that. So
No.
yeah.
We let you eat it.
Let you have- no, here's a fork with your pot.
Exactly.
I'm just going through. I mean,
Make sure we got everything last week. Is there anything new?
yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Great. This city is running like tickety boo.
I'm very
We can't
impressed.
do much better when there is nobody asking us what we could do better.
I mean, there is a comment saying customer service has been a great resource to use if I have any questions in my area. They would either connect me to who can help at City Hall or sometimes know the answer. Great service.
Well, it is a great customer service team that either in email, if you have a question about the city, great. But if you have a question, I've said, call customer service. Hey, where is such and such? And they'll answer you. They'll do their best to help you with anything that is a question. But please, if you have any question about, and we follow St. Thomas Happenings because I know you do too.
Oh, yes.
And people go on there now and say, "Oh, did you notice the stoplight was doing this, or the road was this?" And all the time now, someone will say, "Have you written it into customer service?" Because you're not going to fix it by putting it on Facebook. You want your question answered, call customer service at the city, and amazing, we'll answer it.
Yeah. You'll get the answers. How's the transit survey coming?
Well, we're into transportation.
Yeah.
And they made a report last week to council, and now we're kind of at the halfway point of the collecting of information on what to do for our transportation master plan. We start the Parks and Rec master plan next week. This is what happens in our communities. We're growing this fast. We not long ago did both of those master plans, and cities have to have them. You just say, is that road wide enough? Do we need another road that does this? Those types of things. But we're going so quickly, we want to make sure that we don't leave ourselves with any bottlenecks or a place that doesn't have parks or an area that doesn't have.
Yeah, you don't want just a bunch of wastelands, buildings.
Yeah.
Because we've seen that before, and St. Thomas is doing a very good job of not doing that.
That's what we said. Smart growth. We're going to grow. We know we're going to. So let's add all the things that big cities and good cities want, including good paying jobs, so that we can really look to our future and concentrate on those in need.
Yes. And I was talking to one of the reps from London for workforce development
Yes.
last week, and she would love to come on the show.
Patricia or someone else?
Someone else.
Oh, great. By all means, because we did employment services last week and talked to everybody how they could find work. Right?
Yeah.
So let's keep doing that too.
Yeah,
Great.
very excited. Okay. I just went through all the questions from last. I think we've covered all the questions
Great.
that came in from the last week's show that we weren't able to get to.
So anything more from this week?
Okay. All right. Will Scott and Curtis become one-way streets again at any time?
Pardon? Well, Scott,
John Curtis.
it's not our plan to. Most cities a lot of cities are eliminating the confusion of one-way streets, and I know if you live on it, you know it's one way or not. But we think the traffic calming measures are the parking cars on those streets, and then the speed has to be limited by what the space is for cars. If you get one way, then you don't have to look. And it actually increases the speed on streets. So right now, our transportation plan says eliminate one-way streets where we can, and there is very few left in town, and we'll continue to make them two-way streets. So you can always, hey, I've got to go that direction. Follow it.
I love it because I come in on St. George, and instead of having to go to Talbot, I can just turn
Come down Curtis.
left on Curtis. And usually, you pause, you let the other cars.
Well, you've got it. Yes,
there's
these
parks.
aren't main thoroughfares, and we purposely made them not as main thoroughfares. And I often come to town and drive down Talbot from end to end,
It's fun.
at least once a day. But I do that to see how we're doing at picking up garbage. Wait, there's another new business downtown.
Yep.
It's a way for us, for the mayor to take a look at the community.
Yeah, and as a downtown development board representative, I want to be able to see what new businesses because
Right.
they don't necessarily know about
But
us.
I'm
They
not
just
trying
come
to
in.
go fast. I'm doing 15K
Yeah.
down the street, and it's just fine with me. That's just right for Talbot. So.
And going down Curtis, it's so narrow with those other cars. I feel like I'm in a European city, which feels very, it's like I'm traveling without having to go that far.
That's part of why we do it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, I want the cobbles to come back. They need the too. Like,
Okay, let them know we're not putting cobbles.
no
in.
cobbles. Okay, you've heard it here first, folks.
It's very hard
Yeah,
to
mayor
drag
is
your
against-
suitcase.
What's that?
It's very hard to drag your suitcase down a
That's
cobble
true.
street,
That's very
and it's also hard for bicycle traffic.
Ah, okay. So,
Hmm.
yeah. Help the cyclists.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got a question in from Beth Douglas,
Yes.
or a comment. My area of day-to-day life is the Talbot Sunset Roundabout, Pinafore Park, Library, City Hall Triangle.
Right.
Last week I had an errand to the far east, past the mall, and to the south. Such different neighborhoods. St. Thomas has something for everyone. Amazing. Totally
Yes.
agree.
Yes, and I now live right near the mall, and I never really spent time in that neighborhood like I
Yeah.
do now. Right? We've become, I think I've shared, we've become somewhat European because the Metro Street store is across the road,
Mm.
and so we go buy today's groceries
Yeah.
and take them back home,
Mm.
and we don't do the large grocery shopping like we used to do. It's okay. What do we need? And we never throw out food anymore
Exactly.
because we're shopping like
Mhm.
that type of. Anyway, I love it. It is very comforting to me to be able to do that, shop that way, and we have a spot where the dogs can go out.
Do they have wine in that metro?
Oh, yeah, well, everybody has wine now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing. So you get your baguette, you get your
Oh
wine.
no, I could get
You
some
have your
cheese and
picnic,
baguette and go have a
European.
picnic. Over,
Ah.
yeah.
This is amazing. It's so European.
Yeah, I don't have to go to France, do I?
I
No?
know.
Okay.
But don't
Alright.
tell Steph. I think you
See?
might have
Don't
to. You
tell
might still have to go.
You tell Stephanie that we're.
I'm not getting involved in that conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Because she's watching. I'm afraid to go home now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
You're going to France. You're going to
Le Metro.
France.
Their new program is called Moi.
I saw that.
Yeah. So
Moi.
maybe that is. I can get my wine and my cheese. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm doing a commercial for Metro tonight. I'm
Well-
not sure what they've done.
Well, I mean,
They're hosting a kettle this year.
Oh,
hey,
great.
there you go. That's what
Oh,
they've
I
done.
can work the
They're-
kettle.
They've
That's
they've
my
partnered with
house.
us for quite a
Oh,
number
excellent.
of years.
Fantastic.
I may sign up for that one because
Right, you can walk over there.
Can I admit to going to Metro and buying a pizza last night?
I think you can. I think you just
They
did.
make some of the best pizza. Their little
Oh, they're
deli
like
inside
ready.
the
Yeah,
building.
it's actually fantastic.
No, but we called ahead and got what we wanted. I
Yeah.
walked over, picked it up, and walked back.
Really?
Yeah, look at buying pizza at Metro. Who knew somebody in the pizza business? But let me, shopping local, I guess. There they are, and they're right across the road, so
Yeah.
it works.
Adam Montgomery saying he's very impressed with how quick the roundabout on Highway 3 came up. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, no,
Done
It-
smooth.
this is something we've learned under this construction pattern we're currently doing. If you can build road construction at a time with no cars are on it, can you ever build roads fast?
Mm.
And part of the issue with Keynes is we're replacing a piece of road, but on either side of it was still traffic. But if you can close a whole section down to rebuild a road or build something new like a new roundabout, wow, incredibly fast. And we've got some pretty good contractors out there doing some of that work.
Very
You've done
good
it as part of
contractors. Yeah.
Beehive, which it's great to see.
Yep. Absolutely. So we have a comment from Kelly Christine Lewis, and she's saying, please finish Scott and Kane's west to St. George.
We've got a little further to go on Curtis and Scott Street too. You're right. We came most of the way through downtown on St. George had a rebuild this year too, and I haven't been down to go see what that's like.
Very nice.
Oh, the
so
one
far.
up into Lyndhurst?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what you'll find is they've done that.
That's Central Elgin and not us, but yeah.
They don't have the top on it yet because you have to wait, I think, to settle, don't they?
Oh.
So you do it mostly the same way you do the sunset,
Right.
and then like after the
Yeah,
spring,
in
or
the spring, right? You
you'll
can make it because
Finish
in case you have to go back and do something else, you've only put one layer of asphalt down, right?
Mhm.
Great.
So yeah, after it's narrower
Yeah.
because it's that traffic calming thing. So I've seen some comments where people are like really annoyed by that. I like it. It's like you're in a little race car, like shoot, shoot, shoot.
Well,
So it's just like
we've kind of separated. I know they did a similar thing. We've separated parking spots
Yeah.
from drive lanes to make it a little calmer.
Mhm.
Now, we haven't calmed everybody.
No.
This is the other problem.
Okay.
We've done traffic calming measures, but not everybody got the memo
Right.
that you should now be calm in your traffic.
It kind of
Rather
enraged
than-
some people, didn't it?
Well, I'll tell you, I want to drive, and we saw it even on Pumpkin Prowl night.
Yeah.
We've got cars going way too fast down Talbot Street on a street full of a lot of kids on the sidewalk, right?
Yeah.
Hey, folks, what's your hurry? Or take another route. And I understand Keynes is under construction. When it's not, we've got Center Street and Kane Street to bypass Talbot Street if we need to. But
Yeah.
Talbot is to take your time and look at the storefronts and see what new businesses we have in town.
All right. Well, we're running over our time a little bit. We've
Oh
got-
no, Rogers will.
Yeah, we're going to get ourselves in trouble here.
Well, I want to again thank our guests,
Absolutely.
Don, Stephanie. Thank you
Stephanie.
to come and
Thank
for
you,
coming
Jan.
and telling us about kettles
Mhm.
and what the great work that the Salvation Army does with kettles, and to tell you you can volunteer. You too can be working
please.
a kettle this year
Yes,
and
please.
aiding our community and meet a huge goal. It was 350,000, wasn't it?
Oh,
Oh no.
Okay, we keep moving.
I thought it was 400.
Okay, well,
Well, we'll take whatever people want to
yeah,
give.
you
We
want to give
will.
us that much money? We're
if
happy.
you all want to come volunteer, we'll set up more kettles other
Okay.
places.
There you go.
And the
Please.
more you get, the more you can do.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right, that's it. And then,
Yeah. We opened 2 programs this year. I'd like to open up more
so
next year.
think of how many more we can with the extra work of all the volunteers that are thinking of working a kettle this year.
Yeah.
And if you
It's
if you
2
can't work
hours.
a kettle, even 2 hours, if you can't work a kettle, make sure when you walk by one, you contribute.
Absolutely.
Right? That's your volunteerism. Right? We'll let you do it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
thank you.
no, this is great. You made for a great show. I appreciate you waiting for me to arrive for my trip down from Orangeville. But yeah, it's been fantastic. So
Okay.
look forward to hearing how the kettles go. We'll have you back on here and we'll get a report.
And we want to thank all our viewers tonight.
Mhm.
Make sure you tell other
Lots
people
of
you
viewers.
watched Mayor's Update so they can go on and watch it too. And
Yep.
this is what happens. We get a lot of people watching it while it's live.
Mhm.
And then by the time we go on again next week, we've had another thousands
Yeah.
of people that have watched the show.
Somehow.
That's great.
yeah,
That's
So
great.
I always have to be careful. What did I say?
Yeah.
because you
It's
leave
an
them all up.
archive, right? So
Yeah.
on November 12th, 2024, you said.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember saying it. Right?
No, but it's there. Anyway,
No,
Mayor, thank you for taking the time again
Yep.
this week, as always. And
it's fun.
Yeah, we'll catch you all later.
Okay.
Cheers. See you next
See
Tuesday,
ya.
guys.